What's up guys, Justin here for S&S Archery. Today's gear video, we're going to be looking at Black Gold's Ascent Mountain Lite. If you're wanting a fully adjustable sliding sight, very compact with all the great features of first, second, third axis adjustment, dual indicators, this is the sight for you. Coming in at just 8.2 ounces, super lightweight, perfect for guys wanting to shave some weight on those hard backcountry hunts. All machined aluminum, very strong, very rigid. Lifetime warranty, made in the USA, all Black Gold sights. For us, once again, the pins, super bright, very detailed, just makes focusing and aiming on target so much easier. Just an overview of the sight, you got the ML3 base, it's got your third axis adjustment, so it's an upgrade from the whitetail that does not have that. You have a spot here that's going to mount directly to your bow's riser. The spot in the back is going to be for, say, a tight spot quiver to mount to. As far as the sight and the functionality, how it works, this is a fully adjustable sliding sight, meaning you're going to have your set pins. This is the 3-pin model. Once you get those yardages set, so say 20, 30, 40 on this 3-pin, then you're going to get all these different sight tapes. Now these sight tapes are going to correspond to your arrow speed. We'll have a whole nother video explaining this process, how to select the right one. But once you get your right sight tape, it's going to go on your window indicator here. With the Black Gold sights, really like their window indicator. So it's at a 45-degree angle, but it's facing you. So as you're at full draw, if you ever forget what yardage you dialed out to, you can look up, you can see it, and shoot, or not shoot. That is a huge benefit. A lot of sights, that elevation, the sight tape is on the outside of the sight. You have to let down every time you want to check it. So that is a cool feature to have. The second thing you're going to notice with the Mountain Lite is the dual indicator system. This is an awesome feature. So typically on most sliding sights that Black Gold offers, you have one indicator pointer, and that pointer is going to correspond to whatever floater pin that you want. So usually on a 3-pin, I'd have that on my bottom pin. I could dial all the way out to 70. My bottom pin becomes at 70 yards. With running the dual indicators, it's kind of nice because you have a top end and a bottom end. So say I want to shoot that 72-yard bomb, I can use that bottom indicator with my bottom pin, have that set up, shoot. Or if I have a buck bedded at 23 yards, instead of splitting pins, that kind of in-between spot, I can set the top indicator to my top floater pin, and now I can roll that back down and I have a precise aiming point. So I can be a lot more consistent, a lot more accurate. So I'm able to use both those indicators. It takes a little bit of time to get used to it, making sure you know and how to set those up correctly. But like I said, we'll do a whole nother video explaining the process of putting the tapes on and using that dual indicator system. As far as the adjustment, making this sight move up and down, very simple. You have this spring lock up front. You're going to loosen it, and the actual housing is going to move up and down. Very smooth motion. Kind of has some friction to it, so it's going to hold in place. I really like that. If I'm ever at a 3D shoot, I don't have to constantly lock that spring back. I can shoot at 40, I can dial it down, shoot 50, I can move it back. It's just not going to move on me. In a hunting situation when I'm starting out, I'm definitely going to lock it in just because I'm going through brush, I don't want to move, but 9 times out of 10 it's not going to move on you anyways. You got a nice size windage and elevation bar with a numbering system on here with nice hash marks, so you're able to make those fine adjustments. What you're going to notice with the sight is there's no micro adjustment for your windage, your elevation, or your pins. So this is your traditional unloosen the Allen and tap it, move it with your finger, tighten it back down to the desired position. With this, you're going to save some money because you're not having all that micro adjustment, and then you're also going to eliminate that opportunity for any error that might happen. So a very simple sight. Getting into the housing itself, this is the 3-pin version. It's also available in a 5-pin. These pins are 19 thousandths, and the sight is also available in left-handed and right-handed as well. With Black Gold, you're getting their Photochromatic shell. It's kind of low light here in the shop, so this shell is letting as much light in as possible. That's why this is clear color. If I were to step outside, this whole shell is going to turn like a dark purple hue, and it's going to block a lot of those bright sun rays that are shining in on my fiber optics. It's going to help with those fiber optics not haloing or glowing, giving you kind of that blurry effect. And that technology is built into all of Black Gold sights. Probably the last thing I'll mention, like I stated earlier, this sight has first, second, third axis adjustment. Your first axis adjustment, you're going to be leveling your bow to your pistol itself. To make that adjustment, you have an Allen here on the top, an Allen here on the bottom, and the overall pistol is going to move, and you're going to level this piece with your bow's riser. Your second axis, once the pistol itself's level, you're going to be leveling the housing itself with this bubble. So you have two Allens, one on the bottom, one on the top. You're going to loosen those and get that bubble nice and true. Third axis adjustment is going to be on the base. This is very crucial for those angled shots like I stated earlier. And that's going to give you that camber, that lean in your scope housing. So as you're at a 45, your bubble doesn't drift up or away from you. Overall, a great sight by Black Gold. If you guys have any questions about the Ascent Mountain Lite or any of the other Black Gold sights that we carry here at S&S Archery, feel free to give us a call, shoot us an email. We'd be glad to help, and thanks for watching.